What in the world, Bo? What's going on, man? It's your boy Big Low Kuntry. I hope everybody out there is doing great today. For everyone who don't know me, my name is Big Low Kuntry. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach that love to sit around and talk about sports. Thank you so much for chilling out with us tonight. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with us, and I greatly appreciate you for that. Just a little bit of housekeeping. First of all, if this is your first time chilling out with us, make sure that you hit the like button, share the channel with your friends and family, and go ahead and do a country boy a favor, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you're watching the show after we went live, I understand that happens. Everybody has lives. But if you're watching the show after we went live, make sure that you put a what in the world, Bo, in the comments so I can see where we getting this love from. So first of all, let me go ahead and start this thing out showing love to everybody who showed love to us. And look, as far as people who show love to us, I have to thank y'all so much. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for giving us love for the happy anniversaries. Thank y'all. Much love to you. As you can see, we had a great time. We had, I was in the I thought I was Big Papa in the hot tub. T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and what's is great. So we could see him all the way to the telly, gonna show my belly, and I did. But I definitely appreciate that, man. Much love to y'all, man. Much love to y'all. So let me go ahead and show love to everybody that's showing love to us. Definitely, definitely. Brian Peoples in here. What in the world, Bo? Just by the way, happy late anniversary to you and Coach Ronnie, beloved. Much love to you, Coach. Old Dex in here. Redrick, much love. Admire GSU, 12. I gotta say this now that I'm an alum. It's state, not Southern. He said sad losing Gallo, but he was getting old and he wasn't doing as good. Well, we're definitely going to talk about Gallinari. He was here for one of the magical seasons that the Hawks had, and it was definitely great and fun watching them. What's going on, Coach Cartier Sanchez? Much love to your family. Hey, I know that Navy life ain't no joke, man. I appreciate everything that you do. Ray Fitty, what's going on, man? He said, I got naked when we traded for Murray. I think a lot of people did, Coach. I think a lot of people did. Brian People said he listening at work. Well, hey, I appreciate that, my family. Granddad says, yo, Big Low Kuntry, Coach Ronnie, home of the Big Low Conspiracy. Beloved, please hit the like/subscribe button. Definitely, man, definitely. So let's go ahead and get into it. Damian Beard, much love, man, much love. Appreciate you for chilling out with us. Terror Artist 404 said, what's going on, coaches? Tony Wright said, what's up, Big Low? I have some hot news for you. Now, these trades are just rumors, but there's something to talk about. And the source that I received this information from isn't a bad source. So, hey, put it on us, Coach. You know that you the inside GM. Put it on us. Let us know what you thinking. Huh? Coach Ronnie said send it to us in an email. Go ahead and send that thing to us. biglowkuntry@gmail.com. I definitely appreciate it. So, I appreciate everybody for coming on, chilling out with us. We got to talk about this trade, and there's actually a parallel between the Hawks and the Falcons. There's a parallel. I know there's two different sports, but I know that there's a parallel, and we definitely got to chop it up. Hold on, we got our first Superman chat of the night. Coach Padre with 999 Superman chat. He says, Coach Low, happy belated anniversary. Didn't think you be out here fighting with it. Shout out to Coach Ronnie for having it like that. Much love to you both. Well, much love to you, Coach. How fighting with it though? You did. Much love to you, Coach. I definitely appreciate that. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And look, man, you already know that's that. Dun, da, da, that's a Superman chat. Much love to you, man. Much love to you. Also, we got Smitty Sports Machine in here. Much love to Coach Smitty. Much love to you, fam. So the Atlanta Hawks made this trade. What's going on, Tonio? Much love to you, man. Much love to you. The Atlanta Hawks made this trade for DeJounte Murray, right? Now, It's a pretty big deal. And it's a big deal for a few reasons, guys. First of all, what I've been saying for the last 2 seasons before the Hawks made that run at the Eastern Conference Championship is that if the Hawks don't figure it out sooner rather than later, Trae Young is gone. Trae Young is gone. I said this before we made that run to the Eastern Conference Championship. I said if the Hawks don't figure this out sooner rather than later, Trae Young is gone. Now, let's be honest. A big reason why the Hawks made that legendary run to the Eastern Conference Championship is because of the quick turnaround time, and the Hawks were a very young team. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. You know, this is the coaching staff. We look at things differently than the way that a lot of people look at them. So, you know, they had the season in the bubble, and it seems like they chilled out for about 3-4 weeks. Then they came right back at it. Hawks started off slow, and as the season progressed, they got close to the end of the season. You know, they were running around here like their hair was on fire. Now, moving forward, last year, they tried to do something. They couldn't get past the Heat. The Heat were a really good team. I mean, let's be honest. But now, and y'all let me know if I'm wrong, guys. Y'all legitimately let me know if I'm wrong. You know what? Let's just do a 1-2. If you can, put a 1 in the chat if you feel like the Hawks have had a big 3 like they currently have right now with Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, and John Collins for now. Put a 1 in the chat if you ever seen the Hawks with a big 3 like that. If you feel like they've ever had one better than that, put a 2 in the chat. I legitimately want to know what y'all think, because these are the kinds of moves that set you up for years to come. So even if these guys aren't on the team anymore, you know, it's going to be one of those cases where they're still an asset. Either you traded them away, or it's one of those cases where, you know, it was a sign and trade situation. But you let me know if you feel like the Hawks have had a big 3 as good as this ever in the past. So if you feel like if you feel like they haven't, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like they have, you know, let me know who it was, you know, because my thing is that we can't look back and say, you know, I hate whenever people look back and they either minimize or maximize things, right? You know, for example, Michael Vick. You know, we look back and some people say, man, Michael Vick, that was our best chance to win with Michael Vick. And you say, well, wait a minute now. Forget about Matt Ryan. Well, Matt Ryan, we won pretty good with Matt Ryan. Chris Chandler, I mean, his name wasn't that sexy. You know, he wasn't having people getting naked, but, you know, you could win with Chris Chandler. You know, I mean, so you know, I legitimately want to know. So I'm just going back, looking at the list of names that everybody has, seeing what everybody thinks. What's going on, Big Game James? Much love to you, Coach. Hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. Jamal, what's going on, Jamal D? Much love to you, man. Much love. I'm still trying to figure out what old Tony Wright talking about. I don't see if he sent me an email or if he finna show some love to let me know what secrets he got. Damon, he says he's thinking that we finna get DeAndre Ayton next. And that's the thing that I wanted to speak about, because Smitty made a good point. And this is why I say that, you know, John Collins as of right now, because I mean, John Collins came out last week or over the weekend and said that he's about ready to move, right? He said he's getting tired of being in the trade discussions and in the trade rumors. He just wants to go ahead and leave. And I completely understand and respect that. Now, I don't know if y'all seen the video that I put out about 2 or 3 hours ago. You know, John Collins, he's not a number 2 guy. You know, he's a number 3 guy at best, role player, but he's not. John Collins and Trae Young aren't going to lead the Atlanta Hawks past the Golden State Warriors. They're not going to lead the Atlanta Hawks past, you know, the Boston Celtics. They're not going to lead the Atlanta Hawks past a healthy Milwaukee Bucks team. I mean, even Philadelphia 76ers team with a healthy Joel Embiid, I don't think they would do it. Coach Let's Get It said, man, it's the best move we made in about 2 decades, bro. So Trey Young, boy, Sanchez, though, Coach Padre, they say that, look, I mean, this might be the most legit, big three that we've seen in an Atlanta Hawks uniform. Now, Coach Iron Mike, he keep it real. He said, I don't know, Coach. There were some squads out there, Sterling Woods. He feels like this might be a legit big three. Now, Dre says, now look, don't forget about Joe Johnson, Al Horford, and Josh Smith. Now, me and my brother-in-law, we were talking about that. He's the rhyme dropping legend. We were talking about that, and he said, hey, man, no, don't forget about, Joe Johnson, Josh Smith, and Al Horford. But so Trey Young, if I'm not mistaken, he led the league last year. And he led the league last year in points and assists, or had the best points and assist ratio out of all players. Then you add a guy in DeJounte Murray, who led the league in steals, 6'6", 6'7", got shoulders like Dwight Howard, can jump out the gym. If you ask me, he's a younger Russell Westbrook. He almost averaged a triple-double. Well, he went 21, 9, and 8 last season. I mean, he could legitimately guard 1 through 4. So, I mean, Joe Johnson, Al Horford, and Josh Smith. ISO Joe, he was a real good player. I don't think he's a Trey Young. I mean, just being completely honest with you, I don't think he's a DeJounte Murray. Josh Smith, he will miss every shot until he made the shot. So, I mean, Josh Smith was. Can we say he was a Cam Reddish, a more streaky Cam Reddish 20 years ago? I mean, can we say that? But I don't know. Patrick Beasley, admire GSU. They say that this is a legit big three. Terry Artist 404, he says 2. He says, wait a minute now. Now, Molly Mall says 7. Big Low, y'all still not beating the Pelicans. Now, look, I don't know what Zion Williamson done got hold of. Everybody talking about he got this new physique and figure and everything. I seen him. He looked like he done lost some weight. Like he been pushing himself away from the table. But, I mean, look, I can't say that because I'm in the process of doing that myself. I've been pushing myself away from the table.
Video after Zion Williamson dunking on like 6th graders at his camp.
What?
He feeling good.
He feeling good, ain't he? Dunking on the kids. But it's one of those things where I mean, one thing that I've learned about being a big guy is that being a big guy, even if you get back into shape, it takes years off of your joints. Like all those years that you put, that huge amount of weight on your joints. Like you can lose weight, but you can't go back in time. You can't go back in time when you go look at your joints and say, take these broken wings. You can't do it. Because you want to fly, but you can't. Oh man. But yeah. So I mean, it's legitimately. I think this might be the best big three that the Falcons have had. JGP, what's going on, Jerry? Said Big Low, Miss Ronan. What in the world, Bo? Coach Jerry here. Much love to you, Jerry. Hope you're doing good, man. Jamal D said he just want Bill to come out of Cleveland. But let's go ahead and acknowledge what Coach Smitty's Sports Machine said. He said that John Collins, he's not going to be there for the long term anyway. Well, my thing is that even if the Hawks are in a perfect situation. The Hawks, they drafted well over the years. Now, some people are kind of iffy on DeAndre Hunter, and I understand that. But with that being said, it's one of those cases where you drafted well. You drafted good young talent. You waited. You waited for the right time to make the right move. It was the perfect situation, and hopefully it works. And I know that y'all seen the title where I say, hey, man, this is going to translate to the Atlanta Falcons, because the question is, are the Atlanta Falcons going to do that? Are the Atlanta Falcons, are they going to draft well? We don't know if they drafted well yet. We haven't seen Richie Grant. You know, the jury's still out on Jalen Mayfield, right? Drew Dahlman. We have never seen Drake, Kiki, Do You Love Me, London play one down in the NFL, right? Troy Anderson, all of these guys. We have high hopes, you know, but we don't know. Now, moving forward, everybody's talking about the salary cap and how much money that the Falcons are going to be getting. But the question is, do you force it? Or do you wait for the right moment to take advantage of your opportunity? Because let's be honest, we see what the Cleveland Browns are dealing with right now, guys. We legitimately see. And let's be honest, we tried to force it. We tried to fit a square peg in a round hole. And you know, I ain't, that's not an innuendo towards Deshaun Watson, but just because I said something about a pig, that don't mean I'm talking about Deshaun Watson. With that being said, it's like we tried to fit a square peg in a round hole. We knew that wasn't the right time, but we tried to force it, and luckily we fell up instead of falling down. Right? We legitimately fell up instead of falling down. So it's one of those things, man. What's going on? Quentin Willis says Josh Smith lived by John Cena motto when it comes to threes: never give up. Smitty Sports Machine, he said, man, it's 2.5. John Collins, he got one foot out the door and the other foot in the bear trap. Oh man, Smitty boy, you a fool, boy. Now, wait a minute, Molly Mall with the Superman chat. He says, "Hey, Big Low, you have that GQ appointment next week where you posing in your underwear? Nah, man, that's actually tomorrow. That GQ appointment is tomorrow. You know, we waiting on the rain. See, it's supposed to be raining during the daytime, but it's never raining. I'm supposed to be posing in the rain, but I don't know. They need to get it right. I told them just turn on the water sprinklers. Let me do what I do." Molly Mall, much love to you, my brother. That's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Oh man. Big Gang. Wait a minute, Big Gang talking about give ice trace on Rogan. Wait a minute now. Oh man. Ray 50 says, put Jalen Johnson in Collins' spot, and he another Collins. And see, this is the thing that I'm talking about. Willie Doc, he says, can you spell innuendo? I mean, you just typed it, Willie Doc. You know, I know that, you know, you might think that it's spelled INYAWINDOW. You might think that's how it's spelled. But yeah, I mean, some people might say that, you know, it's not a big 3, it's a big 2.5, because John Collins, he might not be he might not be one of the big dogs on the porch. Some people might say that, right? Now, I mean, me myself, I feel like he's one of those guys that if he's in the right situation, I say, goodness gracious, do I say this every show, guys? That I say this about football, but sports, period. It's like life. You know, the circumstances that you're given determine, you know, what you're capable of. For example, Draymond Green would not be Draymond Green if he did not play for the Golden State Warriors. He wouldn't. I mean, he'll be a good defensive player, right? But he wouldn't. He'll be a Robert Covington. That's who Draymond Green would be. He'll be a good defensive player. He might be able to hit a shot. Now, last year in the playoffs, it was very touch and go. But he might be able to hit a shot if he's open. But Draymond Green he's who he is because of the Golden State Warriors. Mind you, by the way, I don't know if anybody heard this, but he said that they're winning 3 out of the next 4 championships. He says there's nobody to stop him. So, look, I don't know. Padre with the Superman chat, he says, Coach Low, can you have Coach Ronnie give us the name of your new guard, please, and thank you. What new guard? Coach Ronnie, what's Padre talking about? He talking about, hey, Coach, can you have Coach Ronnie give us the name of your new guard, please, and thank you? Yeah. I don't know. Oh, yeah. And Coach Padre, I'm on season 4 of The Wire. So thank you. Thank you for that suggestion. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat.
He suggested it.
Yeah, I said.
I've been saying it for years.
You have been saying it.
15 years.
You,
with me.
You have been saying it. See, you tell about age. You got to do all that. See.
But Padre suggested it. Thank you so much, Padre.
Oh man. He says the new guard for the Hawks. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. So yeah, he wants you to tell us who the new guard for the Hawks is.
I need to look it up.
Yeah, look at the name and tell us who's the new guard for the Hawks. Dre Young says the Jimmy Murray. Draymond Smitty says Draymond won't be there to win another championship. One, he played like trash. He did play pretty rough, but at the end of the day, he's still Draymond Green. You know, he helps keep that team together. Ray Fitty said, big coach, what is Coach Ronnie cooking tonight for the coaching staff? Man, Coach Ronnie made some air fried chicken wings, boy. I finna tell you, those things was on point. They was on point. Willie Dopp with the Superman chat. He said, so Coach, would Trae Young play like an Allen Iverson 2 guard? Appreciate that, Willie Dopp. That's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Yes. I was actually talking with my brother-in-law about that. So they said before they even made this trade, it was one of those cases where they said whenever the season starts next year, they said that it's one of those cases where Trae Young is going to be playing off the ball more, right? So we knew that we were going to be getting a new guard. Did you find the name of the new guard that we got, Coach Ron?
No, can you look it up?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Why just keep on Trae Young?
Huh?
So I can see something on Trae Young.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so they were saying that he was going to be playing off the ball more consistently. Now, for everyone who, you know, I coach basketball for a blink of an eye. But for everyone who's played basketball, you know, that off ball guard, you know, he's the one that's, you know, your primary scorer, because he doesn't have to worry about coming down court, setting up the set. Okay, Coach Smitty, he put it in the chat. So he doesn't have to worry about actually coming down court, setting up the offense.
Guy you've been talking about all day?
Yeah.
DeJounte Murray?
Oh, okay, you got it.
I've heard his name a million times already.
Oh, okay. We just checking you.
Y'all trying
You know, yeah, we didn't know if you would come talk about the Fuente or something. The Junta or something. We don't know. Oh man. But yeah, so now that Trae Young doesn't have to worry about bringing the ball up court, setting up the offense, he could basically play more like Steph Curry. Because if you watch these Golden State Warrior games, Steph Curry isn't bringing the ball up the court most of the time. A lot of times it's Draymond Green, Klay Thompson. You know, they share their responsibility. But it's one of those cases. Padre said day drinking Murray. It's one of those cases where now Trae Young, he has a chance to run off screens. If you get the ball where you have somebody who can't guard you whenever you have the ball most of the time, running at you in a full sprint, think about that. That leaves the defense accessible. So that's something that we definitely have to consider. And I feel like, just the fact that DeJounte Murray led the league in steals last year, whenever we had trouble stopping people, is going to make a huge difference. Tony Wright says, "Low, the second trade rumor is San Francisco trading Jimmy Garoppolo to the Carolina Panthers for the 2023 fourth round draft pick." I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know. I don't know how to. Apparently that's the rumor. So we're gonna have to see what we got going on. So if that is the case, I think I would be cool with it. I think I'll be cool with it. So Coach Padre, he said that, did she say day drinking Murray, Coach? Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Y'all won't be called that. Y'all won't be going to the game called that man day drinking. What's going on, Coach Wallace? Hope that you're doing good tonight, my brother. Smitty Sports Machine says, Coach Ronan, she's going to cuss y'all out in the song now, y'all. You wouldn't do that, would you, Coach Ronan? Coach Ronan go Ultimate Rap League on y'all. Oh, man. Molly Mall says, the Hawks will become the Pelican stepson. Wait, what? I hope you ain't talking about the stepson that beats the stepdaddy at basketball. Oh, man. What's going on, Ghoul? SRT James, much love to you, my brother. Much love to you, fam. Hope that you're doing good tonight. Definitely. Walter Elias, what's going on, Coach? So basically, I think we can all agree. I ask y'all if this is the top big three of all time, but my question for y'all is, do you think this is a good trade? Do you think the Hawks won in this trade? If you feel like we did win this trade, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like, we could have, for some reason, you a Gallinari fan, put a 2 in the chat. I legitimately want to know what you're thinking. Deck says, after that thumbnail, Coach Ronan, she's capable of a lot. I try to tell y'all. Nate Bill, what's going on, Coach? Nate Bill says 1. He says he think we won that trade. Ray Fitty says we won it. Drew said, heck yeah, we won. MacTown, he thinks we won that trade as well. Be nice. Drew thinks that we won it. Now Sanchez Nelson thinks that we didn't win. We didn't win that trade. We could have got something a little bit better. Padre says Molly Mall, Zion Williamson sweating gravy right now. That man sweating gravy. Brian People said it's even. Spurs, they're a rebuild as well. Excuse me. So that's true. And the thing is that in these types of situations, you have to take on those bad contracts. When you're in a situation that the Spurs are paying for 2005 right now. Let's be honest. Like, they pushed it back as long as they could. Is in the words of Public Announcement, one of my favorite R&B songs of all time. It's about time. It was about time, bro. It's about time for him to leave. Y'all young Thundercats don't know that about that. Please open up to I do receive. But yeah, it was about time for the Spurs to go ahead and make that rebuild. I'm surprised they pushed it back as long as they could. Tonio Holloway feels like, we won that trade. Walter Elias feels like we won that trade as well. Now, Dre Youngboy says we lost. Gallinari is a top 3 player in the NBA. Especially Mohawk Gallinari. Mohawk Gallinari, boy, that's a whole nother kind of monster. Oh, man. Coach Wallace says, it was a great trade. He says 1. Now Gould, and see, this is what I want to go into, because he mentioned this to me on Instagram. He said, "Hey, coach, think about it like this though, man. We could have gotten Bradley Beal. You know, if we would have gotten Bradley Beal, you really could have took his scoring to a whole nother level. And you know, he can play defense. Now he's not a DeJounte Murray. I got me pronouncing the guy's name wrong. He's not a DeJounte Murray, but you know, he can still play defense as well now. So with that being said, what other moves do y'all think the Hawks could make? Or do you think they should have went ahead and got Bradley Beal instead? Now, for me, the simple fact that this young Thundercat, you know, or in the words of The Wire, this young Hopper is just 25 years old, I think it's the perfect situation. I didn't think you were catch it, Coach Running. This young Hopper, just 25 years old. I think it's the perfect situation. Look, man, you got these young Thundercats, you know, out here doing all kinds of stuff, you know. And the crazy thing is, you know, you hear coaches talk about this all the time. They don't even know what they're capable of. You got these young Thundercats like this right here. They still trying to figure out their body. I remember when I used to be like that. You know, I used to do stuff. I surprised myself. I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't know I could do that. Because they still trying to figure out their body. So now you got a 25-year-old DeJounte Murray. How old is Trae Young? I know he's still wet behind the ears. You know, he's a young Thundercat. We don't know what's going to happen with John Collins. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Y'all might think I'm wrong for this. I want DeAndre Ayton. If I could get DeAndre Ayton, I am in there like swimwear, bro. I'm in there like swimwear. If I could get DeAndre Ayton, you talking about a big tree. In the words of my brother, you talking about a big tree. Boy, yeah, but shoot. That makes you one of the top teams in the NBA, not just the Eastern Conference. Not just the Eastern Conference. Coach Wilder said that Murray is the better choice. I agree with you. Gould SRT James, he says yes. Yes. 1,000 times. Yes. Oh man, look, I do need y'all to do a country boy a favor though. If you're excited about the Hawks getting DeJounte Murray, do a country boy a favor and hit that like button. You know, I know that if we were face to face in person, you know, we'll probably dap up. You know what I'm saying? Give a bro hug or something like that. You know, or maybe you show love by slapping people. I don't know how you show love, but if you can slap that like button for me, I would definitely appreciate that. Padre says, Chris and Snoop in the vacant strong. I hear you, Padre. Don't be spoiling nothing for me now. Don't be spoiling that, Padre. Oh man, Jermaine Jonathan with a $20 Superman. Look, thank you so much, my family. I definitely appreciate that. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and looking out for old country boy. You already know that's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Oh yeah, I forgot. Coach Ron. See, I ain't got one in so long. So I forgot. So if they're over the $10, you know, I got to do something a little special for that one. So since that's a $20 one, you know, I gotta give you some kind of dance move. So in honor of Omarion and the verses, I've been hit you with that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Appreciate that, Jermaine. Much love to you, my brother. Wait a minute. Oh man, Jermaine hit me with another one. Okay. All right, okay, all right. So, in honor of the $20 Superman check, I get that. I got that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman check. Oh man, y'all are crazy, boy. I can't fool with you. Definitely, and Google SRT. I definitely appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, my brother. Oh man, Google SRT pushing them charges down the road. Much love to you, family. Much love to you. Ghost Peppers, what in the world, Bo? What's going on? I'm so cold. I'm so cold. I'm so cold. In honor of the verses, I know y'all enjoyed it. So Wazzy Live said that Trae Young, he's 23 years old. You know, you can't beat that, man. You can't beat that. 23 years old, a 25-year-old. The Atlanta Hawks have the best backcourt in the NBA today. The Atlanta Hawks have the best backcourt today in the NBA. Even better than Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Hello. Even better than Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. If I'm lying, I'm flying, Bo. Hold on. Ain't no wings on my back. I'm telling you the truth. The Atlanta Hawks today have the best backcourt in the NBA. You have the best scorer, best assist guy, and you have the best defensive threat in the NBA. You have the best backcourt in the NBA. I mean, and if I'm wrong, y'all please let me know. If you feel like Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are better than our young hoppers, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like Steph Curry, if you feel like Trae Young and the DeJounte Murray are better backcourt tandem, put a 2 in the chat. I mean, I just want to know. I just want to know. Tony Wright says also Washington Commodores, Deron Payne and the Commodores 2023 fourth round pick to Atlanta for outside linebacker Deion Jones and the Falcons, and the 7th round. If that happens, that's, I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, sometimes things need to be done. You know what I mean? It's like, look, it be like that sometimes. You know, it be like that sometimes. I hate to be one of those people who I used to despise that I always made wire references, but I mean, it's just business.
Oh my God.
It's just business. Oh man. Molly Miles said Big Low. He said, y'all don't have the best backcourt. He said the Pontchartrain Crawdads got the best backcourt. He said Juvenile and Young Turk are the best backcourt in the Crawdad circuit. Oh man. Lavelle Barlow says, now you know you done messed up. Menace to society. Now you know you done messed up, right? Like, you know you done messed up. Will Doc feels like Klay and Steph are a better backcourt than our young hoppers, our young Hawks. Ghoul SRT James, he agrees. He thinks that these young Thundercats we got might be better. Now, Dre Young Boy said, don't forget about CP3 and Devin Booker now. You know, you can't forget about them. I mean, you're right. They up there in the conversation. They definitely are. Like, if you got CP3, you got a chance. If you got CP3, you got a chance. Oh man. Will Doc said I like your prop Joe impersonations. Jamal D says, wait a minute now, don't forget about Garland, Sexton, and LeVert. Now they got a 3-headed monster. I ain't gonna lie to you. LeVert, he's one of my favorite players in the NBA. People sleep on him. They sleep on him. What in the world? Padre says, oh, DeJounte Murray equals the brother Muzone of two guards. y'all look crazy, man. I can't fool with you. Now, the question is, how does this translate over to the Atlanta Falcons? Right? That's the question. The question is, how does this translate over to the Atlanta Falcons? As a matter of fact, to the Georgia Bulldogs. Think about this, guys. Georgia Bulldogs had Mark Richt for years. We kept getting on, we were kept becoming on the precipice. We could never get over the hump. You know, it was like a flea on the camel's back. Couldn't get over that hump on the camel's back. Camel sweating too much. Now, moving forward, they made the change. They said, hey, we need to go defense heavy with a defensive heavy coach who is just even better at recruiting. You see how he recruited out there in Alabama? We need that energy here, right? It worked. Now, the question is, what can the Falcons do that is similar to this situation, to what the Atlanta Hawks are doing, right? Because think about it. Over the years, we've seen many teams put together young talent, and over time it fell apart, right? Very seldomly do you see a team get put together at a young age like the Golden State Warriors and it be successful for years. Because think about this, guys. If the Golden State Warriors win a championship in one out of the next 2 years, they would have won a championship 5 out of the last 10 years. That's one of the best dynasties in the history of basketball, right? That's one of the best dynasties in the history of basketball. But how do you take young talent and keep it together? First of all, you have to do like the Hawks did. You have to draft well, start with a good foundation. Moving forward, you have to make the move at the right time. That's what the Hawks did today. That's why we have, and I'll revert my previous comment. I'll go back and say the Hawks backcourt is one of the top 3 or 4 backcourts in the league, but it wouldn't hurt me none saying that they were the best backcourt in the league. It would not hurt me any thinking that. So you draft well. You have to start with a good foundation. We don't know where we're at in that process yet. We don't. You have to make your city a place where people want to come to, because DeJounte Murray, he's been here for the last 2 weeks, chilling out with Trae Young. The only reason he's here right now is because of Trae Young. I mean, let's be honest. You know, if Big Low Kuntry was the starting point guard for the Atlanta Hawks, DeJounte Murray would be chilling out in San Antonio, or he would probably be trying to go to the Nets or something like that. But you have to make your place a place where people want to come to. Prime example, look at what happened with Jadeveon Clowney. He admitted in his press conference the other day, he said, yeah, I was finna come to Atlanta because I heard Deshaun Watson was coming to Atlanta, right? So it's one of those cases where Deshaun Watson ain't come. Guess who else didn't come? Jadeveon Clowney, Jarvis Landry, possibly Odell Beckham. A lot of star talent. They would have came for less money, right? So it's one of those cases where we legitimately have to consider that. And you have to make the move at the right time. You do. Everybody's talking about the money that the Falcons are going to have next season, right? But the question is, what are you going to do with it? That's the question. What are you going to do with it? It's one of those cases where we have to understand that we can't just get naked for the first move that we see. If it's one of those moves where it's like, oh man, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of somebody. Terry McLaurin, he just got paid today, like $72 million. Terry McLaurin, he's ready to get out He's getting tired of singing for the Commodores. What is we gonna do? Oh, well, we need to go ahead and get him. Like, no, is this the right situation for him? You know, because I mean, he's a tougher Calvin Ridley, right? I mean, they got the same kind of skill set. I know a lot of people might not realize this, but I'm thinking it's a good possibility Calvin Ridley's coming back. I mean, it's the perfect scenario for him. As a team, you're going to save money, and I mean, he's going to have a chance to actually prove himself. Molly Ball says, I got naked for the first move I saw, coach. We already know. The strip club already have the poles greased down for Molly Ball. But yeah, so the question is, are you gonna jump on the first move that you made? Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Based off of what I've seen so far in the past, I don't know if that's going to happen, guys. Because we know, you know, just like I know, Deshaun Watson, we were trying to force it. Why force something that you know is not going to work? And you know what everybody would say whenever everybody was like, "Oh, well, look, coach, he's from Atlanta." Like whenever I say, "Look, this guy's he's worth too much money. Like we ain't gonna be able to pay this young man." Everybody's like, "Well, he's from Atlanta, coach. He wants to come home."
You said it.
He wants to come home. That's what all y'all was saying.
You said it too.
Y'all was like, "Man, he just want to come home,
It's
coach."
on YouTube.
I was like, "Well, look, you know, we all roll together." Oh man, Hoodie Juby. He says, "Hey man, I'm just here for the Superman chat." Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Oh man. Coach Wilder says, I disagree with you because yes, Murray probably wanted to play with Trey Young, but those 3 first-round draft pick and switch picks in 2026 made it happen. I mean, yeah, I understand that. But you got to one thing that we do have to remember, though, Coach Wilder, is that the NBA is completely different from the NFL. The NBA, you say where you're going. If you don't want to get traded, you don't get traded. If you wake up, as Anthony Davis, if you wake up and say, "Hey, I'm getting tired of eating all of this good food out here in New Orleans, these beignets, they starting to make me kind of chubby. I want to go out west." Guess what's gonna happen? You're finna go out west because their collective bargaining agreement, their players association, they have all the power. So yes, DeJounte Murray, I mean, he's probably the reason why that deal got done. Atlanta Hawks, they probably didn't want to make that kind of deal. I mean, maybe it was one of those cases they was like, man, switching a first-round pick and giving up 3 first-round picks, it's a good deal for us, but man, we kind of mortgaging our future. The Hawks are making this move thinking, hey guys, we know we're not going to be picking in the lottery for the next 5 or 6 years. So let's just go ahead and go for the gusto now. And I ain't even mad at it. Ray 50 says, shoot, man, I make a run for Kevin Durant to take John Cox. Come on, Bo. Come on now. You make a run at who? Look, that sounds good. That sounds great. I wish that's something that would happen, but we talk about 2 different classes, Bo. We talk about 2 different classes. I mean, look, John Collins, he's a very talented young man, but KD is still KD, Bo. Like, I wish we could make that move. I honestly think that with Kyrie Irving coming back, because KD said he was surprised Kyrie announced that he's coming back. I think it might want to make KD leave. I knew that the whole Kyrie and KD situation wasn't going to work anyway because they're too much alike. The The problem with Kyrie Irving is, guys, and I'm not trying to make this a psychoanalysis kind of situation, but the problem with Kyrie Irving, and Joy Taylor, she said this on her show today, on Colin Cowherd's show. She said, people like him always say, well, look, I walk to the beat of my own drum and I think for myself, right? There's nothing wrong with me thinking like that. But their issue is that whenever those people walk to the beat of their own drum and make the decisions for themselves, they always say, hey, why can't you let me make the decision for myself? Not thinking, well, don't everyone else who reacts to the way that they make their decision think for themselves as well? That's the problem that Kyrie has. And Kyrie thinks like that. KD thinks like that. So, I mean, it just ain't going to work. You know, and think about it like this right here. How many tandems have you seen in the NBA be successful and their names rhyme like that? How many times you seen it? Kyrie, KD. How many times you seen it? You ain't never seen it? Jordan Pippen. Kareem, Magic.
So the fact that his initials rhyme with that guy's name.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a stretch.
Hey, I might call me Stretch Armstrong then. I'm just saying.
All right, Stretch Armstrong.
They just think too much alike. Stretch what? Okay, Coach Roddy. I hear you done had a head jokes all day. You know, good or well. Your head Superman big.
No, it's not.
That's why your shoulders be weak all the time. Get that hate out your heart, Coach Roddy. AJ says Kyrie is legit trying to be the next Steven Jackson. That's rough right there, boy. That's rough. Molly Mall, you know, he got that hate in his heart. I seen him say earlier in the comments that Zion is going to dominate the Atlanta Hawks at the buffet. Man, y'all know I ain't got nothing but love for Zion. Look, all season is big man season. You know, everybody talk about wintertime come. Oh, it's big boy season. No, summer body, big boy season. You already know what time it is. Coach Roddy, she was like, Coach, don't be putting that video up of you in that hot tub because everybody gonna be looking at you. Then you gonna have the coaching staff, they significant others, they gonna be like, oh, look at Coach Big Low Kuntry in the hot tub. Oh man. Coach Waddle said the different names don't matter. If you don't have nothing around them, role players that's playing they part. Yeah, I know, Coach. I'm just talking trash. Kyrie, KD, you already know. Ghost Pepper says it's a good thing Watson didn't come here because we probably would be rolling the dice on Ryan Fitzpatrick or Cam Newton right now. I mean, you're probably right, Coach. You're probably right. You know, it's one of those things, man. And once again, I go back to it. You got to know when to make your move. And I don't know if you were listening to us earlier, Ghost Peppers. The Atlanta Hawks, they knew when to make their move. Willie Nelson told y'all, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. Like I try to tell that to Coach Roney all the time when I'm whipping up on him when we play poker. I said, Coach Roney, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. You know, she say I play scared, but then I leave with all the money.
No, you don't. Scared money don't make no money.
They see that what people with no money say. They be like, scared money don't make no money. I be like, so when was you scared? You scared now, ain't you? You trying to figure out how you gonna get home. Oh man. Oh, Keith says, coach is lucky no bubble stayed in the place in the tub. Oh, y'all look crazy, man. Y'all look crazy. Jamal D, he says, Just had them walk around with them nachos and hot dogs while Zion at the line. hot dogs here. Get your hot dog, nachos. All right, man. Jamal D says, all right, man. He says, all right, I'm done. No more Zion jokes, beloved. No more Zion jokes, beloved. Oh man, Coach Wilder, he also says, but they knew they had to get another superstar to go with Trey. Yeah, you know, Trey, DeJounte. What in the world? I hear you, Coach Ronan. Coach Tonio, he let us know that the Braves did get that W. That's a good thing. Now, look, I don't know if anybody's heard the whole drama about Freddie Freeman. So Freddie Freeman, apparently, he didn't want to be in LA. Apparently, his agent didn't let him know what the last offer was for the Atlanta Braves. And, you know, he is no longer employed by Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman took it pretty seriously. And, you know, there's a very polarizing picture of Freddie Freeman sitting on the bench by himself, just looking very, very distraught. Very, very distraught. So, you know, it's one of those cases, man, where we definitely miss Freddie. Jameer says, Zion, yes, I would like pretzels, side of mustard, and a burger, side of sauce, and 2 Coca-Colas, please. Jamal says, I know I was dying. We all missing. It's the Mike Davis run, Coach Drake. What in the world? The Mike Davis run. Oh man, how Mike Davis be running that thing, boy? Get up. Oh man, I almost blushed. I almost broke down. Oh man. Y'all crazy. Molly Mouse says Zion's stomach is shrunk. He said he ain't got the gut no more. We in the same boat. You know, Big Low Kuntry. I ain't got no gut no more either. You know, I'm still big though. I ain't got no gut no more. Gut go. Oh man, y'all are crazy, boy. Y'all are crazy. But yeah, man, it's one of those cases where the Atlanta Falcons moving forward, they have some decisions to make. Ghost Pepper says Freddie Freeman, he was just sitting there singing, sitting in the morning sun. I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in. Y'all know nothing about that, boy. And I watch them roll away again. Say that thing, Lo. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay. Say that note. Watching the tide roll away. That boy don't even sing it, boy. Oh man. ATLGA Favor says, hey coach, could you add me one more player to the Hawks? If you could add one more player to the Hawks, who would it be? Man, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you, coach. I want that DeAndre Ayton. I want that young Hopper. I want that young Thundercat. If I get that young Thundercat, come out here, play with the rest of these, we'll have to rename the team the Atlanta Thundercats, the Atlanta Thunderhawks. I don't know. But all these young Thundercats running around here with this young blood and everything, got all these springs in their legs. If we could do that, I ain't gonna lie, I'm finna come to the Hawks game naked. You know, I have to see if they make me leave. You know, I have to see if they make me leave. Ray 50 said Mo Bamba. Say he wants Mo Bamba on the squad. I mean, look, that's a good rim protector. You know, he can hit an open shot. Molly Moss at Big Low. You saying like Aaron Hall's third son, Benny? What Benny Hall? What? Oh man, Y'all crazy, man. AJ Evans said, for the love of God, I hope Algiers that guy. It's stupid that teams are 3 running backs deep. Atlanta refused to get good capital in the running back ball, and running the ball. Hey, man, look, we got running backs for days. The names aren't sexy, but we got running backs for days. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm thinking Quadri Allison is going to show up and show out. That's what I'm thinking. Coach Padre says, "Come on, Coach. Fred need to go ahead with all that fake crying. Now he signed I deserve." He's thinking that I deserve my take. He looked like he was sitting there taking something, boy. Maybe I deserve. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Man. Hey, shoot. Doggone Freddie Freeman looked like he was saying that. I'm sitting here looking in the mirror, saying dang to myself. I should have known the day would come when she would find somebody else. Hit that note, Low, and all the things I took her through. He looked like he was in the feeling, boy. Padre, appreciate that, my brother. That's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman check. Oh my goodness. Padre said that Ayton is the oldest looking young player in the wow, coach. The oldest looking young player in the league. Wow, coach. Man, how old is Ayton? He's like 22. Somebody in the coaching staff could check up on that. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. ATLG Faithful says, I'm thinking I'll be at training camp on the 30th. That Saturday. You going that day? I will be there, Coach ATLGA Faithful. As a matter of fact, we are getting a group together, and hopefully we can try to all watch training camp together as a coaching staff. So I'm trying to get that put together right now, Coach. Yes, sir. So make sure that you keep me informed on if you think you'll be able to make it on the 30th. I would definitely appreciate it. Oh, man. Molly Monster, Greg Oden look old, too. He already 55 when he came. Already 55, Coach. Come on, man. Okay, so he's 24. I thought he was like 22. Man, but look, man, all these young Thundercats, anything under 25, 26 is young to me, bro. It's young to me. Oh, man. Padre says, for the times I cheat on you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, maybe I deserve. Oh, boy. Y'all are crazy. Mom says, Aiden, he's getting that AARP and Medicare right now. Right now, he's getting that AARP and Medicare. Look, man. So, I mean, the thing is that in the fact that someone mentioned Tyler Algier, it's crazy because positions like that, like let's say something outlandish happens, right? Let's say something wild and crazy happens. Joe Mixon, he's open to coming to the Atlanta Falcons next year, right? We need to make a move. He's open to coming to the Falcons. We got the money to get him. We go ahead and make a trade for him. That's my thing. It's like, is it one of those cases? Would it work? Do you actually have a need for that? And that's what I'm saying with the Falcons next year. Moving forward, are we going to be making moves that are convenient and that are actual needs? Or are we just going to be trying to make these big splashes, hoping that the rest of the chips fall where they may? Because if we look at the Cleveland Browns, I wonder what their Super Bowl odds are now, because it looks like Deshaun Watson isn't going to be playing next season. So, how are things going to unfold for them now that everything then kind of hit the fan? Key says, I'm taking note of Steelers camp in early August. He says, I give you a Pickens report. Man, see, come on, man. You know, good and well, we wanted George Pickens. Let us know how that dog doing up there, Coach. Y'all make sure that y'all take care of him. Millie Mills, what in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, man? What's going on with you? Able 2K, what's going on, family? Hope that you're doing good tonight. Yeah, man. So I mean, but that's my thing. It's like, are we going to legitimately make the right moves? Jamal, he says, look, man, if we trade for anything, we need to trade for a veteran offensive lineman. I agree. You know, we need to make moves that are legitimately going to help us. We have a need, and we go ahead and fill that need, right? You know, I feel like veteran offensive linemen in a situation like this, they're white Air Force Ones. You know, all of my dapper guys out there, you know exactly what I mean. Everybody has to have a pair of white Air Force Ones. You know, if you don't, if you're a person that only has the black Air Force Ones, I don't trust you. I just play it. But you know, that offensive lineman, you know, you have to have that veteran offensive lineman on the team because, you know, number one, he's old reliable. You know, number two, he can mesh well with anything. You know, he's malleable. You know, that means that, you know, you can move him around. He can run power. He can run zone, run blocking. He done seen it all, you know, like a young Jeezy and Jay-Z song. So in my mind, it's like that old veteran offensive lineman. He's like a pair of Air Force Ones. You gotta love it. Gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. Coach Grandizer says, friendly reminder, for all the wonderful viewers, please hit that like/subscribe button. Help the algorithm for Big Low Kuntry. Much appreciated. I definitely appreciate it. Yes, if you're excited about anything that's happening for your team, I don't care if you're a Steelers fan, Falcons fan, Saints fan, and Pontchartrain Crawdads, make sure that you hit that like button. Also, if this is your first time chilling out with us, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. And make sure that you hit that subscribe button. I promise you, I'll dance at your wedding one day if you do. Definitely. Well, look, man, I know that it's getting late. Like a early 2000s Floetry song. I definitely appreciate everybody for coming on and chilling out with us tonight, sharing in this excitement. I still stand by what I said. The Atlanta Hawks are going to be a top 4 seed or higher. So you know, I definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate everybody for coming on and chilling out with us. Well, look, in the meantime, hold on, wait a minute. Coach Dre says, Coach Low, give me 2 pair. I need a pair so I can get the stomping in my Air Force. Oh, really, Coach? Stomping in your Air Force? Wow, Coach. Wow. Yeah, so but yeah, you got to make sure that you have multiple pairs of the Air Forces, you know, because you can't you can't go out looking dusty in some old Air Forces. Like what in the world, Bo? You can't do it. Look, man, y'all stay safe. Y'all be easy. Please don't do anything that I would do. Y'all already know what time it is. We ready. What in the world, Bo?